Good morning, everyone. It's Deborah, and it is Craft Fair Friday. And today we are altering 3 different notebooks for Craft Fair show ideas. Here are the notebooks that we're going to use. I bought this one and this one. So these two I bought at Dollar General, and they were $1, and there's a 3-pack. Okay. And then this one is just the standard spiral little mini notebooks. There's a 3-pack. I bought these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Here are the examples of some of the notebooks that we're going to make. Okay. Very, very simple. So let's get started. I will start with the easiest one, which is this notebook, and then we'll go a little bit further, okay? So let me get everything set up, and we'll start with this notebook first, then this one, okay? Okay, this notebook measures, I believe, 5 by 7, but we're only going to do this top part, and we'll add a little either flowers or a fabric trim or something. We will see. I am going to do a bee themed. I'm going to do this one, and I've already cut this down. It was 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches by a little bit more than 5 inches. Okay, so let me go ahead and open that package, and we'll get started. So I'm only going to do one on camera, and I actually use this tape, and it works great. Okay, so let me show you how I do that. So I'm using the 1/2 inch. Sometimes I'll use the inch, but it gets a little bulky to use. Let me make sure that I'm on camera. So I'm just going to line it up here. You could probably use glue. And that might work, but I just use this tape. Now understand that that piece of paper has to wrap around, so when you get to the back, you're not going to be able to put it down, put the tape down as far. You're only going to put it down about this far, and I only put 1 strip on the back. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, this should be a very, very, very easy project to knock out. You could sit there watching TV and knock out a ton of these in no time. Okay, and all I'm going to do is, you know, make sure that that tape adhered. Okay, very, very easy, guys. Very easy. Okay, that, and a little pokey tool in here. It's probably the hardest part, is probably picking out the paper. So I have a little bee themed paper. This is, sad to say, but probably the last paper that I will have from Joann. It's a Park Lane spring paper crafting pad. I was lucky enough to get that, very fortunate enough to get it. So I like to turn this way, and you go ahead and fold over that tape that you have there. That'll help with that. You don't really need tape on that. It will stay down with this. So anyway, if I turn it sideways to do this, and I just line it up with that edge, lay it down. It's a little long. I'm going to trim that, don't worry. And so I'll go ahead and do this to make sure that it is adhered down, and then I just gently fold it so the paper doesn't crack. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to trim that for sure. So then just lay it down. Lay it down smoothly. Don't do what I just did. Lay it down side to side. I just made it crimp in the middle there. Ooh. Okay. Let me get my scissors. scissors and trim the over. Yeah, I definitely got over it. Be sure to measure all of your little notebooks, because sometimes, for some reason, they're not all 3 by 5. I mean, or 5 by 7. Sorry about that. But measure them for sure. And kind of mess that up. That's okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. That trimmed up pretty good. Pretty nicely. Okay. So the hardest part is, one of the hardest parts is picking out your paper and your what you're going to put across here. So I have these little daisies. I don't think I'm going to use those because they're too big. Most definitely. And I really don't want to cover up the bee paper. So let's see a couple of things we could do. Little flowers. These are Michael's flowers. And I'm just trying to think if I should even do anything like that. I don't really want to cover it up, to tell you the truth. You could leave it like this, or you could put some type of lace. That might be pretty. By the way, I buy these bundles of ribbon trim bundle from Michael's when it's 40% off. And this stuff will last you forever. Maybe I need to do this little yellow trim. I think I like that first trim better. Let me see. That's cute. And then that way the bees are still showing. That's really cute. And I'll just line it up like that. Well, I'm not going to put anything on this one, but you could decorate it the way you want to, okay? Just so you know that you have that option to decorate it the way you want to. But I'm not going to put anything on this one because I really want the bee paper to show. But anyway, here's some options on how to decorate them. Here's one. Here's one. Okay, so you can use your imagination on how to decorate those. So I'm going to leave this one plain. Here's another one. Could do it that way. I'm going to leave this one plain, but I just wanted to show you that technique. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. So, but I love this bee paper, and I really want a bee themed type of notebook. Okay, so we're finished with that one. That was easy. Let's get to the next one. Okay, the next project is the mini composition books. These measure 4.5 by 3 1/4, so 4.5 tall by 3 1/4 wide. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. We're only going to do one on camera. These are pretty easy too as well. So I'm going to cover the front and the back. So let me show you the example. This is one I actually use so all the time. And so you get to see, I even label it with my little, I can't remember what my printer is. It's a little bitty printer. But yeah, that's what we're going to make. So let me get this opened and we'll start. So I have 2 pieces of paper from that collection, that Joanne's Park Lane collection. This is going to be my front. This is going to be the back. Okay, so 4.5 inches tall. You want to measure these for sure because, trust me, they're off too. In fact, this one's slightly more than 4.5. So I will cut it down a little bit bigger than 4.5. So I'm cutting it 4.5 by 6. I'm going to use that whole thing. And then I have this left over for another project. Same here. Okay. This one, you can use your 1-inch tape, and I probably will. Makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and put tape all over the front of this and tape all over the back of this. Let me get it started for you so you can see. You can use a combination of these two tapes, the 1-inch and the 1/2 inch. You can either do it this way, which makes life a lot easier, trust me. It's just to butt it up against there and go lengthwise, and it's one strip. Okay. Make it a lot easier. You're going to do 3 pieces of tape versus if you went the other way, it's a bunch. So the only problem is you got to switch over to 1/2 inch at this point. And sometimes you even have to switch over to 1/4. But at this point, I only go to that edge, and I'll tell you why. Because we're going to wrap this paper all the way around. So you have to put tape on the inside of your cover too. So it does not go all the way to the other edge. So I only put like 2 pieces of tape because it's going to wrap around and it will stay put. Okay. And you can decide later if you want to put a 1/2 inch here. Okay. Let me go to this side. I know you've seen tons of people make these little composition books, and I learned this from Amber on Lyric Lover Crafts. Yep, that's her channel. She has a ton of craft fair projects that are so easy, and she's just a great teacher as well, and just sweet as can be. I've been watching her for years. Okay, and then I'm only going to put 2 strips of the 1-inch inside. You do what you think you need to do on this. I'm trying to make this very simple, and this is going to be a low-cost item at your craft fairs. I mean, you can fill up your craft fair with high-cost items if you want, but you need to give options to everybody. And my channel tends to focus on lower-cost items. Okay, I'm going to have to pause this for a minute, and then we'll get started with covering. Remember that this is the front, and you can see it from here. You want to make sure that your paper is going the right direction. Okay, so I did cut it a little bit long, but we'll trim that off too as well. Okay, let me go ahead, take that tape off. All right, lining it up. This is fun. So it's upside down, and what I like to do is, well, I'm not doing very well, guys, today. It's early, and I got to go to work. But I was trying to get this done before I had to go to work. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty darn good. I've made so many of these that it gets easier and easier every day. So, every time, I just noticed the welcome words are a little bit too big for this, and that's okay. All right, and I'm going to have to trim off. I'm going to wait until I've finished this before I trim off. So you want to make sure that you measure all the time, because obviously I measured wrong. That's okay. Okay. You're going to need that too. Okay, let's fold this paper over without cracking it. My desk is a mess, guys. A total mess. Okay. Okay, guys, I have had very bad technical difficulties today. I tape everything on my phone, and I ran out of space on my phone. Oh my goodness. I had to basically pull everything off my phone to my external hard drive, and it has been a time of it. So I finally have space. But in the meantime, I went ahead and finished the little notebook. And it's not the best, guys, but you probably get the gist of it. And I did glue some of that Michael's fabric trim, ribbon trim on here. Okay, so these are wonderful. This would be a great item for a craft show. All right, so let's get on to the last project, which is this. And I thought I had the paper picked out for this. Yeah, I do. I'm going to do a bee theme. So this is just one of these little notebooks. And all I did was add the paper to it front and back, okay? And I kind of made the paper match this because I can't really cover that. But you could actually add bits of ribbon and tie it on here, and it might cover that, you know, and that might be cute. I just didn't do it with this. I wanted to add that trim. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead, since my paper has a yellow, has yellow in it, I'm going to use that yellow notebook. Remember, these are from the Dollar Tree. And you definitely want to measure them. Each one is different. Ask me how I know. Yes, I know from experience. So I'm going to go ahead and measure it off to the side. I have a ruler off to the side that I need to go ahead and measure it. And this, look, this is clear. You could actually do a lot with this. But that's cute. Oh, and it's measuring just under 3 inches. And I can go up to 4 3/4. So just under 3 inches to 4 3/4. And I think I went, yeah. Let me cut a little bit off of it, because it's going to be too wide. Okay. Yep, that should do it. And I think the length is going to be okay. So I'm doing it at like 2 7/8 on this one. That's what is working for this. Okay, so we're going to use that double-sided tape again. This time, I like to, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Today's been a day. So my ring light for my filming died. My phone got full. Imagine that right there. And then, oh, life. It's just life. So I'm going to put that under there so you guys can see what I'm doing. Ooh, and see the dirt. And so I can see what's going on too. Ooh, it's a little long, but I can trim that off. Should I do it now? Yeah, it's not that long. Okay, so this time I'm probably going to go ahead and turn it this way, because I'm a lefty and I'm left-handed, and it's kind of easier for me to turn it this way. Okay. So I'm just doing 2 strips of the 1-inch, and I just crinkled it. Don't do that. Yeah. Oh, Lord. What a day, what a day, what a day. I had to work in the middle of all this, so I haven't, been able to work on my video until now for the last couple hours trying to get this phone situation. And I don't know why it decided to work. I've deleted everything off my phone. I mean, all my apps. Y'all would have died laughing seeing how many apps I had on there. And pictures and... oh my goodness. Yeah, just junk. It's my little computer. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. These are so cute, guys, and so easy. I mean, you just, except for not being able to see this because I'm old. My eyes are not like they used to be, and I hope I just got it right. It's a little crooked. I can see that right now. Not too bad, and I've got to trim that off. So let me trim that off real quick. Guys, they're easy, but you just, have to work with getting it straight. And I did not get it straight, but you understand the concept, and so you're just going to just cover the back of it, and which the back, look at that. The back is not clear, it's chipboard. And just cover it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cheat. You should definitely use your tape, okay, guys? If you want to sell this in a craft fair, I'm just going to cheat for a minute and put this on here because I'm over it. Today is just trying to get my phone to work to tape this for you guys. Oh, and I've got that one crooked too. But it's okay. It's okay. I know you guys will do better and you understand what I'm trying to do. So that's the front, and then that's the back. Just a great idea for what you can do with these little notebooks. And I am going to add trim to this. I think this right here will be so cute. Look at that. Yep. That's what's going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it with my little fabric scissors. My little fabric scissors are so cute. I've had those for so long, and they've actually survived, and I haven't cut anything with paper, and I haven't let anyone use them. That's the key. Don't let anyone use them, and they won't be used on paper. So anyway, I use that fabric tack. That's some expensive glue, but it's well worth it. All I'm going to do is put a bead of that right there. And I found out the hard way, you don't really want to get this fabric tack on your clothing. It does not come off, guys. At least I couldn't get it off. So one thing I did do with this is I go ahead and use something to position this so I don't end up getting it on my clothing like I did before. Okay, so I'll let that dry, and once it dries, I'll go ahead and trim it down. Okay, guys, let's show you what we made today. So we made this one, those two, and this one. Okay, I would probably sell these for about $2 each. Not this one, since I kind of messed it up, or this one, but, I'd really take my time in making them and make them pretty. And this one, I'd probably add some ribbon to it, or, flowers or something, and make it pretty. But anyway, what would you sell them for, and which one is your favorite? Thank you guys for being so patient with me today as I try to get this out. And hopefully this portion of the video is going to upload to my computer so I can get the video ready for you guys. It's late, but it's going to be here eventually on Friday. All right, you guys take care and have a great weekend, and hit the thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'm so close. We are so close to having 200 subscribers. Once that happens, guys, I'm going to do another $25 gift card for Michael's that I have to mail out to US only. So anyway, you guys have a great day and have a great weekend. Bye.